What's the worst birthday gift you ever got? Thought I was getting a bike for my 15th birthday, but my foster parents announced that they were sending me to a group home after living with them for 11 years. Devastation. This one breaks my heart. I'm so sorry, love. 11 years under king imaginable. My own scarf. Yes, that's right. My mother went into my room, took my only scarf, wrapped it and gave it to me like it was a new scarf. Did you pretend to be surprised? Sorry that happened to you. You shouldn't have. No, really, you shouldn't. No, mom. What I mean is, how could you? My Asian mom's gift was no extra human homework after school homework, so my birthday gift was that I didn't get extra homework from her. Human homework. Human is like extra schoolwork for smart people that your parents can sign you up for and just teaches you some more advanced subjects than what you are currently learning, or so I've heard from my friend that did human. It's basically school after school. I hope you like homework. Can confirm. I was a tutor for human back in the day and there were 11-year-olds doing A-level maths, a subject typically taken by 17 to 18-year-olds. A lint remover. I was 12. Amazing. Our complaint from two subordinates fighting over how to throw me a surprise birthday party. I've never worked in an office environment, but the stories I've heard of people being required to buy a cake for the whole office and to celebrate their birthday with their coworkers would be enough to keep me in blue collar work for life, were it not for the fact that I love being active and working with my hands and could never sit at a desk all day anyway. At the beginning of each year, my office would collect a $15 donation from each person for the purchase of cake and a card on each person's birthday throughout the year. I only worked there a little over a year, but I donated my $15 and did not get a cake on my birthday. It's not even like they forgot it was my birthday, as it was on the receptionist's calendar. I never asked about it because I felt weird. I just vowed to not ever donate to office collections anymore. I ended up quitting about 6 months later anyway. Removed. I wanted a guitar, so my parents got me a flute. Then they mock me whenever I make a sound. Then they get angry for making them spend money on a music instrument and not bother to learn it. Mobbing 101 right there. My parents bought me a piano and paid for lessons. But then my mum would complain about the noise and criticize my playing every time I practiced. So I developed a ton of anxiety about playing and eventually gave it up. Jokes on them. Pianos cost thousands. My grandma got me a hairbrush with a plastic horse head handle. The horse head was all chipped up and there was hair in the brush. That's not just bad, it's gross. When I was 12, my uncle and his new girlfriend, who I had just met for the first time, bought me bras and a book about my changing body. Oh my god. That's legit horrific. Lol. How did your parents or other family members react to that? Luckily, they put them in a gift bag, so I could see what was in it when I pulled the tissue paper away, and I did not pull them out. I kinda turned to my mom and was like, I don't think I can take this out. She took one look in the bag and let me move on. My parents took him aside later and told him that, while the gift was well-meaning, it was more embarrassing than helpful. The girlfriend apologized to me. I don't think she knew what was in the bag until after. Is your uncle a biology teacher? Or the creepy uncle everyone somehow has? A pair of homemade custom pajamas. Only problem was that they weren't made yet. It was just the fabric and a promise to make them for me. I had to give the fabric back, and I never got the pajamas. Holy cow, my parents do shit like this. It's so ducking weird. Their ultimate wackadoo move was to give my wife and I a few acres of their property. Nothing legal, just at our wedding they gave us a card that basically said have some land. When the dust settled, I asked what they thought we would do with it. They said build a home. I said okay. Gonna need legal ownership for like building a house. They said sure, we will get right on that. Then they decide to sell out and retire and never mentioned our wedding gift again. If my mother had land, that sounds like something she would do. Something that requires no effort whatsoever. but it is something she believes is so selfless on her part before ultimately forgetting about it. As someone with the same kind of mom, I learned they don't forget. They ignore it and then gaslight you if you bring it up until you forget or give up. My parents saved up some money for me, very appreciated, but kept it out of my control even past the age of legal adulthood. Basically keeping me in the dark as to how much money there was or when I could get it. When I started paying taxes, I needed to know how much I needed to pay, so I asked for info. And I got, "We slaved and saved all this money for you and you don't appreciate it at all, and we are so hurt." Basically, they were hurt that I wanted control over their money. My mom would get me a carrot cake every year for my birthday. I hate carrot cake. Always have. But it was my dad's favorite, so I hate custard. My mother loves custard. Every year for my birthday she'd ask me the same question. What kind of cake I wanted. White frosting. "Are you sure you don't want chocolate with a custard filling?" "Yes." "I'm sure." What did I get? Chocolate with custard filling. From her favorite bakery. "Oh, I thought you loved custard." Edit. This struck a nerve. Wow. Thanks for all the comments and even an award. I would invite people over, and when they noticed me not eating it, I would say, "Yeah, I wanted white cake with white frosting." But my mother just had to get her favorite cake. Don't worry, I'm used to it though. It happens every single time on my birthday. Apostrophe. I'm a bit dramatic. So I'd probably get my own cake the first year I was able. Wait for mom to bring out hers. Then push it to the side in front of everyone and unveil my cake to be celebrated with. Husband forgot my birthday. Took the day off when he remembered I was working from home. Went to buy something and took maybe 10 minutes tops in the store. Bought roses from the grocery store while he was there buying himself cigarettes. He came home with a DVD box, said he'd been dying to watch, and the new CD from a band I'd not only lost interest in, but had been saying I'd lost interest in for ages. Not that he let me listen to CDs anyway, since he hated my taste in music. Then he spent the rest of the day celebrating the birthday of his online friend, while I was working from home. They're married now. Damn. That is brutal. My dad accidentally revealing that him and my mom were separating. He was on a bender and didn't realize he was texting me and not my mom. Happy 18th to me. My ex celebrated my first birthday that we were together by completely ignoring it altogether the day after going all out for her friend's birthday the day before. She offered me a leftover piece of the birthday cake she got for her friend, but still never said happy birthday. That should have been my signal to run, because it never got any better. Oh, you reminded me, oh my ex. Hugs, my dude. My godfather sent me a birthday card each year which said he paid $100 to a bank account which I was supposed to get when 16-yo. He then got into alcohol, used all the money and died. This was confusing until the last sentence, when it hit tragic. Honestly, the way Romanch worded it made me laugh. My dumbus was sitting here like Romanch. Question mark? Is that some word I've never heard? Apostrophe. I thought it was the new Schadenfreude, another oddly specific German term for no reason. An ex-boyfriend hyped up my birthday gift for days, so I was pumped. On my birthday, he presented me with a small, flat box. Inside was a passport. His passport. That's it. Just his passport. No tickets for a trip. No promises of a trip once we saved up together. He literally just gifted me his passport. I'm still baffled. Edit. Since everyone is asking. I accepted the present graciously. It was a gift and that's the polite thing to do. I thought asking about plans for an international trip would be rude. Traveling is expensive. We ate dinner, went home, and the whole thing was pretty much forgotten about as far as I can remember. We broke up years later, and this event played no role in it. He's just a terrible gift giver. He wanted you to use it to open credit cards in his name without telling him. The only real explanation. My grandma once got me a see-through nightgown, and was sad when I wouldn't go try it on in front of my whole family. We then learned she got matching ones for all the girls in the family. and just gave them to us through the year. Edit. I feel like I should add she is very religious. Like go to church 3 times a week religious. You have to tell us the story. Why did grandma think that was a good idea? I mean the part about trying a see-through nightgown in front of family. My grandma likes to get gifts from old stores. I don't think she ever opened the package to see that it was see-through lol. Didn't look it in the package. My grandparents were super low effort low budget at every birthday. One year they got me a second-hand coloring book from a swap meet. It was almost completely colored in by what appeared to be a 3-year-old with a single green felt pen. Also I was 18 and they thought it was a good gift because it was Disney related and I was going to college for animation and design. At that point just don't get someone a gift. Just say happy birthday and get a card. Card is great as saying I think about you, but don't know what to give you. Sometimes add money to it. A friend once threw me a birthday party I wasn't invited to. I showed up at a local cafe to have a random acquaintance ask me if I was excited about my birthday party that night. When I asked what he was talking about, he directed me to a flyer on the bar with the friend's name, my name, and 4 to 5 other people's names being used to celebrate a joint Unicornomia Fuser 1 zodiac sign birthday party. I already had plans that night for dinner with a couple of people. But after dinner I stopped by the cafe. The bartender was the only person in the crowd there to acknowledge me or wish me a happy birthday for 20 minutes or so, until the organizer walked over and wished me a happy birthday. Hey Unicornomia Fuser 1. It's great to see you, she said. Happy birthday, gee. Thanks, I said. I hope you don't mind that I put your name on the flyer, she said. That's fine, I said, and put my drink down and walked out. TL. Doctor, a friend wanted to throw herself a birthday party, but didn't want to make it obvious that it was all for her. So she threw a party for multiple people, myself included, and didn't bother to invite them all. So throwing a party for 7 people's birthdays was the only way she could get anyone to show up for hers. Loser. I don't particularly miss my 20s. Or that friend, I imagine. That was the second to last time I ever dealt with her. About a month later she saw me on the street and tried to do the hey, Unicornomia Fuser 1. How you doing thing. I didn't bother to stop or make reply. A used pen that my grandma found in her purse at my 16th birthday. Edit. I've never gotten more than 50 upvotes on anything before. The response has blown me away. Thanks Redditors for helping turn the tables on a slightly upsetting memory. It's good to be able to have a laugh about it now. Happy birthday you little shit. Here you go. Duck you. I have enough of these TD Bank pens. Take this one. I tested it and it works. Apostrophe. When I was 8 years old I was growing sunflowers with my mom one summer. My aunt decided to get me some fertilizer for the flowers for my birthday. On my birthday, I unwrapped my present and saw what looked like a tub of vanilla ice cream. But when I opened it, there was literal horse shit. Holy shit. No, just horse. One year my husband got me a bag with stuff from the $1 store. Not even stuff I would want. Like a notebook and a coupon organizer and a few other things. Maybe $5 of junk. We had no money troubles that would prevent him from getting me a present. What was his thinking? I think maybe he panicked because he forgot and didn't know what to do. Although it is just as likely that I did something wrong or didn't do enough of the right things to earn me the right to anything nice. He was a shitty husband. Jeez. If you forget, don't go to the dollar store. I'd run to a grocery store or Walmart/Target. Get a card, flowers and maybe some top shelf shampoo or bath time stuff. Yep. It really isn't super difficult, is it? A very obviously used candle. Not me but my friend's sister. He bought her a 6-pack of Slim Fast. Oh god. That's brutal. Hey, thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.